Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want and they can believe whatever they want. Free speech.
Let me get this straight, man. The UFC is throwing a fight card at the White House on the South Lawn in front of 5,000 hand-picked guests. No tickets for sale, no public, just a curated crowd of dignitaries and whoever Dana White and Donald Trump decided deserves to be there. They're calling it UFC Freedom 250. And the reigning middleweight champion of the world is not invited, man. Sean Strickland, who just beat the seemingly unbeatable Khamzat Chimaev in May to become the only active male American-born champion in the UFC, cannot attend the event his own promotion is throwing at the White House of his own country. The man holding the belt right now, the American one, banned. Why? Because he told the truth. And let me get this straight, I don't even like Strickland, but this has to be said. Strickland said Trump is owned by Netanyahu. He made jokes about Epstein. He looked at the guest list and called the whole thing straight slop. And now he's sitting at home while they built an octagon 50 yards from the Oval Office for an event he's not allowed to see, man. Can you believe this? And here's what kills me about this. The UFC spent years, and I mean years, selling us the image of Sean Strickland as the ultimate free speech warrior. The guy who says what he wants, consequences be damned, and that's why you love him or hate him. Dana White never stepped in, the UFC let him talk. It was good for business. Strickland the unfiltered, Strickland the crazy, Strickland who will say absolutely anything. Until he said something that actually mattered. The moment he aimed at something real, not transgender people, not whatever cultural punching bag is safe to swing at this week, but actual geopolitical decisions by the sitting president, suddenly the free speech champion has a problem getting past the gate. That tells you everything about what kind of free speech was ever being protected here. And then Marjorie Taylor Greene posted that the Trump administration is persecuting Strickland for his First Amendment rights, which is genuinely one of the wildest sentences I've ever had to say on this channel. MTG defending Sean Strickland from Donald Trump because the UFC banned a champion from a government-hosted sporting event. We are fully cooked as a civilization. Now look, man, the UFC will say there are only 5,000 seats, limited space or something. It's a security event. Nobody is owed a ticket. And technically fine, that is true. But this is the champion, man. The American one. The only male American-born American title holder in the entire promotion. If there's one fighter who gets a seat on principle, it's him. And they couldn't find space for Sean Strickland, but they could take personal requests from Trump to add Derek Lewis to the card? Derek Lewis got called up by the president, but the middleweight champ is a persona non grata? Come on, man. And it's not just Strickland either. 17 fighters reportedly kept off the card. Russian fighters like Petr Yan excluded on nationality grounds. So we've gone from the UFC being a sport to the UFC being a foreign policy instrument. Dana White is now doing geopolitics. The octagon is a diplomatic tool. Fighters get access to historic events based on which country their passport is from and whether they've been sufficiently quiet about the Epstein lists. This is what happens when a sport gets absorbed into a political machine. The UFC was already walking this line. The Trump appearances, the White House dinners, the photo ops, but this event makes it undeniable. UFC Freedom 250 is not a fight card, man. This shit is a state function with punching. And the most honest guy on the whole building isn't allowed inside? Strickland posted a video saying he just wants to prove he's Israeli enough.
The White House didn't clear you. And I'm not really surprised, I'm not really surprised. So, I think moving forward, I would like to just apologize to Israel. I'd like to say I'm sorry, I'd like to apologize to Trump. And I just want to prove that I'm Israeli enough for you guys.
And before you write that off as just Strickland being Strickland, think about what it actually means that the middleweight champion of the United States of America is making that joke, because it's the most accurate description of why he's being excluded from a celebration of American freedom. UFC Freedom 250? Freedom for who exactly? Not the champion.